Good morning. So, today I want to share yet another story about how community can absolutely change your life. So, recently we had a mom who has been doing gorgeous work with her family for about 2 years and taken her family from a place that was truly breaking her heart to a place that was feeling really good for her. And about a month or so ago, she had a really hard occurrence in her family where the dad had yelled at the child for something, and the mom was kind of caught in between, and she was trying to figure out how to navigate this really tricky circumstance. A few weeks later, she suddenly reached out to the group again. Totally different issue. Now she was trying to figure out what was going on with her son. Why was he making fun of a child at school who was going through a really hard time? Why had her son suddenly turned into a bully? She was heartbroken. She couldn't believe the things that he had said and done. She was truly beside herself. She tried to be there for her son, but inside she was full of blame and judgment and pain and grief and sorrow. How is it that sometimes our kids can do something that just makes us feel like we want to curl up into a little ball and cry for a week, right? So I'm not going to share the particular circumstances of this story because I want to keep this family's privacy. But I will simply say to you that after a week or so trying to figure out what was going on with her son and the incredible mess it was making in their school community and in her home, someone in our community kindly mentioned, "Hey, wait a minute. I wonder if this is related." Because we don't live alone in our community. We live together. And even though we are virtual, coming together from all corners of the world, we are there for each other's stories. We are present to each other's experiences. And this kind parent reached out to this mom on our group page and said, "Hey, I wonder if this is connected to that thing." I invited the mom on to our next group call, and we were able to draw the connections between what had happened just a few weeks ago, where his dad had berated him and made him feel terrible for a mistake he had made. Not because the dad is a bad person, but just because sometimes we parents get triggered. And, we often wonder, like, hey, what is the real cost of my losing it in this moment? And this is why we do this work, because sometimes there really is a cost. And here we were watching it play out in real time. This child had taken all the shame that he felt in that moment, all the pain and the recrimination, and all of it. And here he was, taking it to school and giving it to his school friends. Because he knew I shouldn't be holding all of this in my little body, but I don't know where to put it. And so he was actually acting out as a cry for help. He was saying, "Help me. Here's the messages that I received, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't want to swallow them forever, so I'm just going to vomit them all over my school all day long onto other people until somebody notices that I'm in pain and I need help." And in our community, we noticed. We were able to help this mom put it together because she was too close to be able to see the connection. All she could think was, why is everything suddenly so hard again? But the rest of her community was able to zoom out for her just a little bit, to know her story and to be able to put the pieces together and then show her how they connected. Then on the call when she was with me, I was able to show her how to actually get the healing in motion, how to talk to him, to be able to undo all of it, to unhook his tentacles into the people at school, and to help soothe the pain that had happened at home. Because sometimes Pain does happen at home. Sometimes pain happens outside in the world. We're not here to try to avoid it. It's going to happen. Like if you're going to become a mountain bike rider, you're going to have to learn how to fall, right? You're going to have to learn how to fix that broken bike. Somehow in life, and especially in parenting, we know how precious our children are. And we think, oh gosh, my job is to make sure I never fall. That's not accurate. It's not possible. And if any of you have lived a life where you haven't fallen, write me about it. And if any of you have lived a life where you do fall and you want to learn how to get back up, write me about it. Because at Mother Flipping Awesome, my great honor is to help put you all back together again and get you back on the road so you can have more adventures, more amazing climbs, a few more falls, and then also get right back up again. And that's what happened with this mom. She was able to go home now that she understood everything that was happening in her family and have some beautiful conversations with her son. Does it make it all go away? No, but it doesn't have to. It becomes part of the story, part of the learning, part of the beauty of life, which allows us to repair over and over again. But only if we actually know how to understand the story that's happening and then know how to retell it. I wanted to share this story for any of you who might be dealing with all of this alone all the time, not able to put the puzzle pieces together. It's not your job to do this on your own. You can't simultaneously be in the story and also outside of it, watching it, seeing how it all gets put together. You have the right to have a community of people who walk beside you. You have the right to have people who care enough about your life, to know what's going on in it, to know the people that you live with day in and day out, to be able to know your story close enough to care and understand it, and far enough to be able to see it and witness it and help make sense of it. This is the deep gift that we give to each other in the Mother Flipping Awesome community. We stand by each other's side. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that this was available to you in your life. And it's wildly, wildly valuable.